All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to 2018. So a couple videos back, I said that I would make a video on my favorite coins going into 2018. And so just before we dive into this is all my opinion. These are all coins that have been good to me in terms of mining, trading, selling, and what have you. They also have a very good track record and have consistently gained in terms of their value over time. And so I wanted to make you that video because my last video, that was just about the coins that were top in terms of the trading cap, market cap, if you will, so the entire market size and how much they're worth in total, which gives you a pretty good idea of what coins to invest in. But these are my favorites, and I hope it gives you some pretty good ideas going into the future in 2018. And the first one, the obvious one, the boo one, is going to be Bitcoin. And of course I have to have Bitcoin on here because so I brought up the price chart for every one of these coins here, and I went back 90 days for each one of these coins, except for I think Verge. It's a relatively new one, and it didn't have too much of a track record back past 90 days. So 90 days for each one of these coins, and so I basically took the initial value starting 90 days ago and the current value. Now Bitcoin is not currently at 15,945. So this chart is just a few minutes old, and it has recently dipped below that. And mind you that at some point during these charts too, there was a higher price, about 19,006, 19,008 before it actually dipped. So you can take that into consideration how you will. So 90 days, and then I calculated the difference of percentage between these two. So if you invested so much money into them, let's say you invested $1,000 into every one of these coins that I'm talking about, or even just one of them, and then we can go from there. So Bitcoin 90 days ago was at 4,347, and so the difference today, 3 months ago, the difference now is 266%. So if you had $1,000, you would have just gained 266% on your $1,000. So congratulations to anybody that did that. Next one I think is probably my favorite coin overall. It's just really useful in terms of anything, in terms of trading, buying, selling, whatever. Litecoin is just really good at it, and very low fees and fast network and such. Now, of course, a lot of people complain about the Bitcoin fees and whatnot and the network, but more people are using Bitcoin than any other coin. It just blows all the other coins out of the water in terms of it being used on a daily basis for transactions. So that's something you really do have to take into consideration. But I really love Litecoin. So about 90 days ago, it was $51.92, and now it is $258. Again, it was higher at one point. So let's take a look, and that is the difference of 398%. So again, if you had put in $100, $1,000, do the math here. And if you guys just want to pause it on this little notepad, go ahead and you can take a look at some of these percentages and the differences between them. Ripple is another great coin. So Ripple is a non-mineable coin. It was all created at once. I think like 100 billion of them or something, quite a bit of Ripple were released, and initially they were really, really cheap. So we're talking 23 cents about 90 days ago, and now we're looking at $2.66, which is a pretty big increase of 1,056%. So again, imagine putting $1,000 into it and having your $1,000 increase by 1,056%. That's pretty good. Next coin is another coin that I really enjoy. This coin is an ASIC resistant coin. It uses the Lyra 2, excuse me, Lyra 2 hash method. And if you mine with Nice Hash or Awesome Miner or something like that, your computer will switch to Lyra 2 quite often. And this is one of the coins that it would be mining along with Mundo Coin. And so whenever your computer switches to these, you're mining one of the two. So about 90 days ago, it was about $1.44, and now $7.49. So that is a difference of 413%. So another pretty good coin. Mundo Coin came out pretty recently, and when it first came out, and I'm not sure if this is entirely fair to actually give this price right here, because it was mostly probably released for mining and such around this point when it actually finally got to exchanges and things like that. So, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with 51 cents when it was first out. And now we're looking at about $10.37. It had quite the heyday at 1645, though, but we're going to calculate it just like all the others from the beginning to the end. And that's going to be a difference of 1,933%. So if you got on Mundo Coin, pretty much first thing, you would have gained quite a bit. You would even still have gained quite a bit, even all the way down here or somewhere around here. So just a few dollars more, about $7 or $8 difference. And Mundo Coin mined very, very quickly when it first came out, and people jumped on it, and it raised the difficulty and sort of slowed it down a little bit, but still worth quite a bit. Monero is, of course, something we pretty much all know about, but if you don't know about Monero, another really good crypto coin that's been around for a long time. When you're mining with NiceHash or some kind of miner, and you notice that your CPU or even your GPUs from time to time are mining Kryptonite, it is likely that you're mining Monero, although Kryptonite is also used for an algorithm that's used for other coins as well, but mostly for Monero. It's pretty much the dominant Kryptonite coin, if you will. So 90 days ago, we were looking at about $90 per coin, and now, today, $387 a coin, for a difference of about 327%. So pretty good as well. Of course, we're gonna have to add Aetherium on here as well. You know, I'm not too big of a fan of Aetherium. Aetherium was a little harder to trade in my eyes. It didn't initially when I first got into trading. We were looking at around $200 and $300 prices for Aetherium, and at the time, Litecoin was just so much cheaper, and Bitcoin was in these huge waves, so you could make a lot more money at the time by trading up and back and forth with Litecoin or Bitcoin than you could with Aetherium, in my opinion, because Aetherium was so much to actually get into to just get one whole coin, and then it would only go up by about like $15 and then down, so it just wasn't really worth it in my eyes. But in the long run, of course, it's always really worth it, and that's why I have put these coins on here. And also, Aetherium has been proven to be a very great coin, and many more people than me like Aetherium. So of course I'm going to add it on here because I do still believe in Aetherium. I just don't trade it that much. So $307 90 days ago, and now we're looking at $902, and I don't think that's the current price, but it did happen to just bounce up there real quick today, and so CoinGecko is showing it at 902, but we'll go with that. Aetherium 193% difference, so not too great there. So Zee Cash is another great coin that uses the ecohash method, another GPU mining coin, and you'll see that all the time. Again, if you're using NiceHash or some kind of a miner that switches algorithms, you'll see ecohash probably 9 out of 10 times, as ecohash is just really, really consistently good in terms of profit and in terms of coin income, if you will. So $258, now $586. So a very mediocre amount, but still a solid coin. 126%, still really nothing to laugh about, especially if you had $1,000 invested into it. 100% more. It's over $2,000 that you would have got back. So not too bad there. Vergil Coin is another pretty good coin. So Vergil Coin was really, really, really cheap when it came out. And this is the coin that I had to look at 30 days because 90 days, there was just pretty much nothing out past 90 days. And we were looking at less than a penny each. And now it's all the way up to about 16 cents each, which is a pretty big difference, 775% difference, that is. And the final coin I have for you guys, and I actually advertised for this coin. Of course, I didn't get paid or anything, so I'm not advertising on behalf of them, but I came along this coin, and I seen all the investors that were going into it. Some of the investors I didn't really like, but that's okay because, sometimes you just got to go with your gut, if you will. And Naga Coin has been proven so far to be quite good. When it was first announced, it was in an ICO, and I had made a video about it. And at the time, all the coins were $1, so it was $1 per coin. And when you invested, you would get like 30% free. I think you may have had to buy so many of them, but you'd get 30% free coins. So if you invested $100, you know, you'd come out with like 130 coins. And some people have told me that they spent $1,000 on Naga Coin, so they bought like 1,000 shares and maybe got 1,300. So all for $1. And now the price is at $2.49. At one point, it was actually $4.24. So $1 to $2.49, of course, is 149%, which isn't insanely impressive. In fact, it's the second lowest on this list. But again, just to double your money that quick, if that's what you're kind of into, who's that guy in OBS? Whoa. Sorry, I brought that up. That's just a thing of habit. You know what I mean? But either way, so Naga Coin was pretty good. So if you invested $1,000, you got 1,300 of them, and you pretty much doubled your money within not very long, to say the least. Here, I think maybe just a month. Yeah, it's only really been out for over a month now. So you know, you pretty much put in your money, and if you were to have gotten out, and I'm not really suggesting that you get out at $4.24, but you would have quadrupled your money and gotten $4,000 back. So anybody that watched my video and invested into Naga Coin, I hope you guys are happy, because the price went up. I'm never going to sell you guys down the river, and I hope I don't anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and those are some of my favorite coins. Those are the coins that I mine, that I invest in personally. So I either mine them or I invest in them in some way, shape, or form. And they have all so far been good to me. And don't worry about these downward trending prices right now. It was 19,000. It's just a hiccup in the road. Any kind of Bitcoin hodler, it's not a problem. It's just another day. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, I will see you guys next time.